Rod Alberts, Executive Director of the Detroit Auto Dealers Association, sponsors of the North American International Auto Show. Welcome to One Detroit.
Thanks, Nolan. It's great being here.
You've moved the show one more time, the date of the show one more time. What's the reason for the move, Rod?
The last week of September,
Okay.
Which will be the beginning of press days and then run into October. The following years, from there on out, it's going to be moving 1 week more into September. So we'll be the entire latter part of the month. And the whole idea, again, is, LA made a move, which is a little bit shocking. The maneuver, I didn't really understand why they would do such. But moving between New York and our show in the spring really didn't help out the manufacturer. So we took a close look. We got a great relationship with the TCEF Center and Claude and Larry Alexander and the gang over there. They were flexible in working with us. And, we want to make sure we can bring the show back and do it the right way when all this thing clears with the pandemic. And moving to the fall really is a great opportunity. It's a sweet spot in the calendar, a lot of product coming out, and we just didn't want to miss the moment.
So Rod, you're going to be able to do everything then you had thought you'd be able to do in the summertime, not going to impact the plans you've already made?
No, it's really the best of all worlds. We're going to be able to have the outdoor activations and putting people in cars and showing off technologies from all the great startups in Detroit and the region, but around the world. But the whole idea of being able to do it in September, being the kickoff to the season, having product on the show floor too, that'll be coming out very soon or in the dealer showrooms already. So from bringing people in and being the maybe the Olympics of events of its kind for a car show, we really got a great opportunity here, and we got to do it the right way and truly showing off Detroit in the month of September. Look at it right now. You really can't beat this.
You can't. This is extraordinary weather. Are auto shows still relevant? I mean, we see manufacturers now staging these big internet events to reveal their product. Are places like the North American International Auto Show still relevant for big product reveals?
They are. There's two parts to this. One is the fact that you got the major auto shows that have reveals that are spread out during the year. That's why we moved ours to September. There was too much going on in the spring with New York and LA and Chicago right before that. The other is you take these major cities. There's 65 auto shows around the U.S. during the year. And there's a season of auto shows from September to June. This is where people go and look at the product, and you have so many different choices now. You got 300 different product that you can choose from and technologies. Auto shows are the one place you can go and test it all out. Mobility is such a big deal now, and the evolution of it, and there's so much more to see. I do have to say though, auto shows have to evolve because you can't keep doing it the same way over and over again and keep people coming, and the investment's big for the manufacturer. So you really have to find a way to evolve your show to make it good for your region, your city, and make it good for the manufacturer.
And you had been moving toward a mobility show. At least a portion of the auto show was devoted to mobility and that emerging technology. Is that still where you're headed?
It is. If you take a look at all the different directions that manufacturers and technology is going now, flying cars, and what's it going to be in 5 or 10 years? And even the choices of the way you power your car, with electric or hydrogen or whatever it may be. These choices are going to be more abundant in the coming years. So where else better than an auto show to check it out? But people want to test it out. I mean, given the fact we had ride and drives inside and the quiet cars, that was all new when you have cars that really don't make a lot of sound. These are all things in safety and all the protocols that go along with the new product and technologies. We want to be part of that. That's the evolution of shows. And from our dealer association, we just have to make sure we're on top of that game.
So by the time the show opens this time next year, it'll be almost 3 years between auto shows. What does that do to sort of the continuity of planning, staffing, your relationships with your vendors, et cetera?
We're staying in touch with all of our partners along the way. Now, I have to say, 2.5 years is a long time between shows, but I believe, too, there's going to be pent-up need for that. People have been in their houses and not been able to get out, and, your leases are coming up, and, you need a new car, you need a way to get around. I think it's going to be a pent-up desire for people to get out and take all this in. And if we do it in the right atmosphere, in the party gathering and festival spirit, and engaging people with the product, it's going to be come out with a big bang. We're very excited about the September month, and I have no concerns about the delay.
You can find more at onedetroitpbs.org or subscribe to our social media channels and sign up for our One Detroit newsletter.